What goes on, guys? We're back here again with yet another review, and today we're taking a look at some Masterverse figures. Today we're going to be taking a look at the brand new to not so brand new figures from the Masterverse, starting with Masterverse Clampe from Revelation. Looks pretty good. There's the read up on the back if you'd like to read that, and the barcode, but I have yet to see these in Target or anything. I actually ordered all of these on Mattel Creations except Mekaneck, in which I got him on Big Bad Toy Store, but I did get King Keldor. Pretty awesome. I'm gonna be honest, no idea who this guy is. I got him. So he's I guess this is spoilers. He's Randor's half-brother from the Isle of Anwat-Gar. Keldor returns to Eternos to assume the throne. So I guess he's like a bad guy in the new season. I unfortunately have yet to see it. I got kicked off of Netflix because Netflix freaking sucks. I hate Netflix. So I haven't had the chance to watch it, but he looks pretty cool, and I wanted to get him before he became another web store situation. So, and then we have Mekaneck, which Mekaneck is one of my favorites in the lore. We'll talk about him in a second, but my favorite in all of the lore, and if anybody has been watching my videos about figures that I want, he has been number one. We have Snout Spout. I am so excited to get this open. I do want to take a second to open the front of the package because look at that artwork. That is nice looking stuff, and then the figure just kind of rests in there. I may or may not have already opened him up because I was too excited not to. So I guess he's in the new season. No, this is just the new Eternia version of Snout Spout. Oh, here's a little read up if you want to read about the best character in the lore. But yeah, without further ado, I'm loving the new package, by the way. This is cool packaging. But without further ado, let's go ahead and open these guys up because it has been a while since I've gotten some Masterverse figures. So, getting them all out of the package, I gotta say, guys, some of these are really, really strong. And by some of them, I mean pretty much all of them. And the other one, he may not be as strong as the rest of them in terms of quality, but he's still pretty good. And I'm not disappointed, just two of these are my two favorite characters from the whole lore. You know, obviously other than like He-Man and Skeletor themselves. But Snout Spout and Mekaneck are my two favorite characters that are not... and Whiplash. I really do like Whiplash. But, so like those three outside of He-Man and Skeletor, it's like these two guys. I'm a big Man-at-Arms fan. I like Whiplash. But Snout Spout is... I've been asking for him. He's been on my number one on my list forever. So has Mekaneck. He's been on my top 10 forever. I'm just so happy to finally have these and them be as good as they are. So we'll start at the bottom of the list and then kind of work our way up. So let's go ahead and start with Clampe. Now, again, Clampe's not bad, and he has been on my list too. So I was pretty happy when they announced him a while back. Well, and by a while, I mean a while back. And he turned out really good. It's just, there's not much here compared to the other guys that I'm super happy about. So we're going to go over him pretty quick because he doesn't really come with a lot, and I'm not going to do articulation because it is just the standard old articulation. But taking a look at the head sculpt here, I do like it. It looks good. He kind of looks old and withered and tired. So I don't know, but I do like it. I like the metallic suit on him. He'll go good with Fisto. I sure want to fist him. Unbelievable. But I really like the metallic blues that they put. The wash on the reds for the fur on the boots and the loincloth is nice. You get the bracers on there. There's a lot of paint on the wraps on the boots. It looks good. There's no wash on the skin, but that's okay. But you do get the wash on the back, and the metallic paint does carry through. But of course, with a character like Clampe, you'd expect him to have a clamp, in which he does. Now, this clamp, I thought it was a button. There is no button for it, so it is spring-loaded, so you kind of just open it. Let's use Keldor, since he's the only bad guy we have here. You sure can clamp Keldor, but the arm is not strong enough to hold that, and I don't really like the way they attach this. I wish this clipped together better, because if you're like moving them around, it like undoes itself pretty easily, which I'm not a big fan of. So you take this off and he just holds the clamp. They did do some sculpted detail in there. It's not terrible. I do wish the clamp was posable rather than a clamp, like a spring-loaded clamp. Maybe that's just me, but it would have been better. I would have liked that it's a clamp more if the arm were strong enough to withhold it, but it's not. So, you know, kind of becomes useless. Plus, turning it can be difficult. It just, the clamp's not as fun as I had hoped it would be. How's that sound? It's also not a nice metallic silver like the belt in the other gauntlet, which is kind of weird. In terms of accessories, he does just come with a pair of fist hands, which I'm totally fine with. I'll just throw a fist on the other side, and that's pretty much it. I mean, again, I'm not going to go over articulation. There's really not anything new to go over here, but plus he's kind of an older figure at this point. Again, I do not dislike him. I'm just not a huge fan of the way they did the clamp, and compared to the other guys in this video, he stands nowhere near them. Coming up next, I'm going to go over King Keldor. Again, a character I know virtually nothing about other than what was just written on the box, and I'm sorry if this is spoilers. I feel like this has been out for a while now. I mean, this is kind of spoilers for me, but like I don't know. Though I'm a little upset we're getting a King Keldor before a King Randor. I would really like the King and Queen. He's been on my list for a while now, and they were on the side of the box, so I wouldn't be surprised. Mattel has like this like collector thing they're doing at the time of this recording this week. I'm hoping we get some reveals for it. He-Man and the Masters of the Universe is one of the panels they'll be doing. Also, can we get a Barbie action figure? I'd be a pretty happy camper. But, you know, so he looks pretty good. I do like the head sculpt on this guy. I can kind of see King Randor in there, you know, his evil brother. Of course, he's blue, because blue guys are just evil, I guess. But I do like the hair and the beard. It does look nice. Of course, you do get soft goods. Not a big fan of the material they use. I don't really care for Keldor. It is a little bit better than it normally is, because you can't really see through it that much. Before, it used to be, like, basically translucent. You do get... he's a whole new body, too. So you get new arms, which are single jointed, which is a first for the line, I believe, other than, surprisingly, one of the other figures in this video here. But the paint is super clean on him. The boots and the legs, they may be reuse. The boots, I feel like everybody has the same boots, to be completely honest. And honestly, that's one of the joys of Masters of the Universe, you know. They stapled reuse, but they don't, in the Masterverse, they don't do it ugly enough to piss me off, so I'm okay with that. But he looks good. I wish the gold was metallic rather than this like cheap plasticky look, but it's not terrible. You do get a pair of grip hands, which are pretty much useless because he does not come with anything to grip, really. And these are weird grip hands, because like, look at that. They got like an extra like process there. What the frig is that? I don't know what that is. But, and then you do get an alternate head of him smirking, which is probably my preferred head out of the two. He just seems like a snarky guy. And the crown does come off, so if you want to put the crown on the serious head, you can do that as well. You can get that on there. Looks pretty damn good. Or you can have him hold it, I guess. Like, if you really want to, you can have him, like, for pictures, you can have him, like, holding the crown, like, looking at it. But for me, it's probably just going to stay right here on the smirking head. Looks pretty awesome. So let's go over articulation on this guy. The head is going to look up about that much. It'll look down and pivot side to side. I think we should work on the head articulation, Mattel. You've been making great improvements with this line. I also want to note, there were no tabs in the cape. I love that. Love to see that. Shoulders go up, they go down. They'll rotate 360. There's no bicep swivel. And this side is a little stuck for me, so I don't want to mess with that, but you do get a rotation at the single jointed elbow that will only bend to about there. The wrists will swivel and hinge. Not bad. You do get a pretty good diaphragm joint on this guy. They definitely did improve with that. It'll rotate at the top and at the waist, which is nice, so you can definitely get him in some as dynamic poses as a guy like him would. The cape does ride up, but honestly, if you just kind of like pull it down like this, it's not bad. The cape doesn't bother me too much. Hips are not really going to do much. He's got like a, you know, the traffic cone kind of thing. He can only go forward about that far back. get double jointed knees that do go to there. This is a soft plastic, so if you really want them to do that, maybe if you have like a throne for it or something, you can probably get them to sit there. The boot will rotate, and then the ankle goes down and up and pivot like pretty much every other figure in this series that isn't a big monster. So yeah, pretty good. Again, there's nothing crazy here, nothing to write down in the books as being one of the greatest figures in history, but gets the job done for me. I'm pretty happy with it. Now, I've gone back and forth on which one I think I like better, but there's no comparison this Snout Spout. So let's go ahead and talk about Mekaneck, which again, one of my favorite characters in all of the lore. I'm so happy to have this, because this is actually one of the rare figures I actually had the vintage figure of. I'm pretty young for a Masters of the Universe fan. I doubt there are like any big Masters of the Universe fans out there that are my age, but I've seen most of the original Filmation show, the original cartoon. I've never watched the X. I think it's called Masters of the Universe X or something like that. I've never watched that, and I did watch the first season of Revelation, so I just need to watch Revolution. And I like the live action movie. Yeah, sue me. But the Dolph Lundgren version, I do like that. So I think that this is, not something that a lot of people my age had the vintage figures of, but I did have Mekaneck. I remember him there. I didn't have any of the accessories except this, so I'm so happy that he comes with this periscope. But yeah, I really didn't have a lot of... I had a lot of animal toys growing up, so I didn't really have a lot of people, but I did have Mekaneck, and so he holds a special place in my heart. I was so happy to see that they revealed him, and he turned out pretty much perfect. Look at the chrome on those goggles. That is super reminiscent of the vintage figure. There's a little bit of paint on the lips. I like that. This is so nostalgic for me. I had no idea who this guy was. I don't even remember what I called him, but that silver paint is so nice. So is the belt and the loincloth. But I love the metallic, like blue color along the body. It's also very interesting because it's kind of angular. Like, this is a new sculpt for sure. It's not like the regular musculature, so it's like he's wearing a suit, which I do like that. The silver on the boots is a nice touch, like for the straps. I like him a lot. I really like the silhouette he cuts, big shoulders. Oh man, dude, this is super cool to have. Like I said, I did not have a lot of these, but I did have him, and that makes me very happy. So taking a look at accessories, we do get a pair of gripping hands to hold his periscope. Now, I'm not exactly sure why it pops out. I mean, I guess technically, if you wanted to, you could add this as an extension for the neck. I don't know. Does he do that? Does he do that? I don't know if he does that. I don't know. I'm not going to do that. But maybe you can just put like the head on there, because obviously the head's going to pop off. You do get the shield too, by the way. Shield looks great. I love the tampo on there with like the ripped up paint on it, so to speak. And then that does plug into his forearm, so you can kind of have him hold that. I like that. But the periscope, again, there's no paint on it, but you could probably, I guess, pop that on there. I don't know why you would want to, but you could. Does he do this? Like, that looks about right? I don't know. But for me, it's just going to stay as the periscope. I'm totally fine with that. Looks good. I wish it was a little tighter on there, but this is what makes the figure. You get 5 of these joint pieces to get his long neck. Pop that on there. And boom. And pop the head on the top. Look at that. I gotta can't even get them all on the screen. That makes me so happy. That makes me so happy. There we go. Like, you can get him doing all his Mekaneck things. Let me see. And he's tall. So, like, he'll stand in the background. Or, like, you can put him, like, in the back of the display and kind of have him leaning over other characters. It looks great. I'm a big fan of this. This is awesome. So, taking a look at articulation, the head is on a ball joint at the top or at the bottom, and you can get all different kinds of movement with it. You can even have him, he can. Yeah. He could definitely suck his own ween, because everybody was wondering that. I know I was. So they're a little loose, but I'm okay with it because they do hold their pose for the most part. Super happy with that. Shoulders go up, they go down, they'll rotate 360. Bicep swivel, double jointed elbows that the Mattel, the Masterverse always has super tight joints at first. Once you crack them, get them working, they're usually fine. But the range is good, and I'd prefer that and them being pinless, to be honest. Wrist swivel and hinge. You do get a diaphragm joint. This does come off, but I'm going to leave it on there because I don't really care to take it off. Diaphragm joint works good. Hips go out that far. I think they started implementing drop-down hips, which I'm not a huge fan of, but whatever. Swivel. Thigh swivel, I mean. Double jointed knees. And then, again, they have the same boots. They'll swivel at the boot cuff. And then the ankle goes down and up, and it'll pivot. So, yeah, again, super awesome figure. So happy to have Mekaneck. And then finally, we have Snout Spout. And this is probably going to be, I don't know, maybe a top 10 figure, maybe best Masterverse figure ever. He's pretty awesome. He's really awesome, actually. So, yeah. Who doesn't want a big elephant firefighter? Come on. What are you doing? This thing is freaking amazing. I love it. So taking a look at this exceptional head sculpt here. He's a little tall. That is phenomenal. The robotic helmet look looks great. There is light piping. I don't have a flashlight, but you can kind of see there. So the eyes, they kind of look reddish, but they'll glow yellow if you put a light back there. The armor looks great. I love the way that all this looks. You do have to attach the hoses in the backpack, but once they're on, I'm leaving them on, and they look great. You get the one on the back of his head, too. But it doesn't really impede articulation too much. It does prevent him from looking up too far, but, I mean, it's not that big a deal for me anyway. He's going to look down, in my opinion. The ears look great. I love that, like, I just love MOTU designs. They're fantastic. You get the pressure gauge here. It does rotate. That is super cool. So, like, you know, if he may be building up pressure. There is paint all along the body, too, which is really nice. Good shading. Very good shading. These straps are sculpted to the leg. He's on a bigger body as well, which is really nice. Love the bright pink gloves. Love the wash on the boots. The steel toe metallic boots look great. These hoses do not get in the way of anything. He definitely does have drop-down hips, which I'm not a huge fan of, but whatever. Blue trunks. Get it? Trunk. But does look good. I'm just so happy to have this. He looks phenomenal, in my opinion. And he does come with a good amount of accessories. So, very happy to say, report, he does come with a pair of fist hands. Love to see it. Nice big fists. He does come with his axe, because he's a firefighter, so why wouldn't he? I love the axe. You can get him to hold it pretty easily. Ew. Like, that is hard. That looks awesome. That looks awesome. And then you do get a little effect part, a little water blast effect to make him look like a clown. Nah, I'm just kidding. It's obviously meant for the tip of the trunk. Look at that. Oh, yeah. So you can have him like... That is awesome. That is so awesome. Awesome. That is the word of this video. Awesome. And fun. Like, these are such fun figures. Oh, and for those wondering, he can get his own ween as well. So, looks and move, or looks and has great accessories. How does he move? So, again, the hose is going to impede him from moving his head up. If you take that out, he's not really going to look up anyway, so it does not bother me. Did I just break that? No, it's soft plastic. So I guess once you click them in, don't try to pull them out. I mean, I got that back on, but don't try to pull them back out. The head will rotate, and it should be able to hold those poses. Damn it, dude. Did I just, like... No, it's fine. I just gotta... Whatever. I'll fiddle with that later. Now, this is great. The ears are on a hinge. Both of them are on a hinge, so you can get them to go forward and back. Fan himself like an elephant would. The tusks do rotate. So you can kind of like position them the way that you want. Almost any position looks good. I like that. And then you get 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 hinge and swivels. So you can almost get him, like if you push each one of them to their max, you can almost get him to poke his own face. Oh man, that is so awesome. You can do it to the side. So you can kind of have much preferred that. I think this was definitely the way to go over a bendy wire. This is great. It's fantastic. Love the trunk. It makes this figure so much fun. Shoulders go up, they go down. They rotate 360. You just got to watch those shoulder pads. Bicep swivel, single jointed rotating elbow, which doesn't bother me. And then the wrist swivel and hinge. I wish we had a vertical hinge on the gripping hands. That's like my biggest complaint with this figure, and it's not even that deep. The diaphragm joint, pretty good. They definitely improve at that. You also get a waist twist in there. And then the hips, they do have full splits. Again, not a fan that they're drop down hits. It just is useless. Kicks forward, back, upper thigh, swivel, double jointed knees. They work great. Now, he does not have the furry boots, but they still will rotate and they'll go down, up, and pivot. So, yeah. Man, dude, this is really pissing me off. Because it's gonna just... Okay, I think I got it. Yeah, that's good. So, yeah, it looks great and moves the way it needs to. Obviously, the articulation is not fantastic, but, well, I don't know. The trunk is pretty fantastic. So, yeah, I'm pretty happy with this guy. He is pretty damn epic. Here they are next to the NECA Toys King Kong, along with the Jazzwares Fortnite Series Peely. And they are 7-inch scale figures, so they're pretty big. I really like that Mekaneck's head is like not in the video. It's kind of like Melman from like Madagascar. Like that's the vibes I'm getting. Here they are next to the McFarlane Toys Dark Knight Returns Batman, along with the Hasbro Marvel Legends X-Men Series Darwin. And then finally here they are next to the Hasbro Marvel Legends What If Series Zombie Captain America. I also forgot to mention, Snout Spout does come with like this like piece of artwork, and you can kind of like use it as like a backdrop because he's like that. He's that G, you know. But that is super cool. Like just to like have, I don't want to like, I don't know if I want to frame that. That's pretty cool. I'm probably gonna hold on to this just because I'm a sucker for stuff like this. So, while some of you may be wondering, it's probably no secret, but you're probably thinking, yo, Ant, what are your final thoughts on these figures? And I gotta say, I couldn't be much happier with most of them. While I'm not in absolute awe with all of them, as Keldor and Clampe Champ are, they're okay. They're cool. I'm happy to add them to the ranks of the Masters of the Universe. But they're nothing super special. But Snout Spout and Mekaneck. Damn. They are awesome. I really love them. They are such fun figures. I'm actually having a hard time to decide which one I like more because Mekaneck is a lot of fun and he's also really nostalgic for me, but Snout Spout's just awesome and he's also a lot of fun. So I don't know. Let me know what you guys think. Who's your favorite? Would you prefer to have Snout Spout or Mekaneck? Are you getting both? Are you getting neither? Because if you're getting neither and you collect this line, that's crazy to me. That's crazy. But yeah, these are awesome. So I'm going to rank them all individually since we only have 4 for this video. Clampe Champ at a price I paid... And let's add $4 for shipping for all of them each, okay? So Clampe Champ at $19.99. I'll go ahead and give him a 7. He's fine. He does what he needs to. He's nothing super special, but I like it. He'll pass. I'll give him a 7. Keldor, I'm only going to give a 7.5. He's not much better than Clampe Champ, but just a little bit. Just a little bit. He's a little bit more enjoyable. But Mekaneck at a price point of $25. And I don't know if I've mentioned it, but Snout Spout is Mattel Creations exclusive for $35-ish. Easy 10 out of 10 for both of them. Yeah. Pretty damn happy with them. So with all that being said, I believe that's all I got for today. If you have not already, please just like, comment, subscribe. Also be sure to follow me on Instagram, TikTok, and Letterboxd. I post a lot on all of those apps, and I have a great time, so I'm sure you will too. But as always, let me know. You copping any of these guys? See you guys in the next one. Peace. Peace. What goes on, guys? I wanted to hop on here again and thank you all for watching, and to let you know that if the following apps interest you, feel free to follow me on them, as I put the links in the description for you guys. I really appreciate everything you all do for me, so DM me with any questions or thoughts. I'd love to sit and talk with you all. Again, thank you all for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace.